Okay, Adele, please.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning.
Okay, today I will to read a brief article about Windows 10. The very rapid advertisement of technology around the world in the last decade has indeed made almost all level is society more aware of computer. Not surprisingly, in 2015, it was predicted that the number of computers the world will exceed 2 billion until the number and purpose that human today are so development of computer. Talking about computer, of course, you cannot spread from the name Windows. The operation system software made by the giant company Microsoft is even considered the best computer program operating system. The popularity of Windows around the world is said to have facets such as MS-DOS, Unix, Linux, Amiga, and even Mac OS. The journey of Windows to become the world's most popular computer operating system is not a one-night success story. It's all start in the 1980. The Microsoft collaborated with IBM and introduced MS-DOS only about 4 years later. The company founded by Bill Gates started introduce Microsoft Windows, continuing to develop the version of the 32-bit operating system, namely Windows NT. The ancestor of Windows 2000, Windows XP, Windows Server 2003, and Windows Vista, Windows NT is a Microsoft way to revolution the world's computer technology industry. Introduce the less of very version of Windows 10 on July 29, 2015. Frost and Course Windows 10. Windows 10 desktop you with the fast that Android 1 and 5. The Windows operating system, Microsoft is quite confident that Windows 10 can meet the demands and needs of the world's community. No kidding, Microsoft intends to make Windows 10 the number one desktop platform on Earth. It's just that even though Microsoft brings new features, there are still many who doubt the established Windows 10, including that. So a good idea to understand some of the advantages and disadvantages of the following superior operating system for Microsoft. That way, you will be able to consider canceling the type of Windows 10 that best suits your needs. Pros of Windows 10. The advantage of Windows 10 is indeed the success to the button of Windows 8.1, which was released in 2013. User can update using Windows Update, Windows Store, and Windows Server Update service to be able to experience the operation system, which will replace major support until October 13, 2020. To be more confident about closing Windows 10, here are some advanced to consider. One, modern features. Every time Microsoft learns that last operating system, Microsoft makes various changes and offers better features. The also happens to Windows 10, which present combinatory features. Under them, on OneDrive, which is a data synchronization program with the call because of the always concept user will easily synchronize device. Another good fit is the switch keyboard to touchscreen PC user. Understanding that new day everyone cannot be separate from their handphones. Microsoft also introduced applications that allow Windows 10 and Android device to be connected to earn order. 2. Swipe table for playing games Windows 10 desktop view. Realizing that there are lots of games who use computer device as a means of playing. Windows 10 is also designed for game pen stroke device 12, which is a very powerful and optimal with today. Device still not enough. Windows 10 also has game mode setting which makes the gaming experience much more stepping. And 3, more advanced security system. Well, the last advantage that makes Windows 10 perfect compared to various operating system in the increased security system. Talk the Windows Hello feature, user privacy can be scanned through a fingerprint or retina scanner. Even Samsung handphone user will feel so because access to open Windows can be done with a fingerprint their smartphone. Finally, for classic problems, namely virus of malware, Microsoft offers Windows Define, which is much safer because it can kill virus and malware. Lack of Windows 10. Biotrop doesn't seem very compatible with the modern computer drive lifestyle. Windows 10 still has a few shortcomings. By understanding the first shortcomings, you will certainly be able to use Windows 10 more wisely. Here are some of the drawbacks. One, not a maximum number of application. The majority of applications able on the Windows Store are UIV, where through the UIV application, you scan that application are running, as well as program that can be run on the all-screen display. It just creates unforeseeable because the number of the application able is still limited. Two, quits difficult to use. As mentions earlier today, society seems to be dependent of computer, not surprisingly computer user usually come from various background and age which children of adults. It's just the Microsoft seems less organization in overseeing and the program of computer use because Windows 10 is considered quite difficult to use by certain X group XYZ that's first using the PC. Three update schedule not over the next disablex for Windows 10 is the update schedule that is certain and not over yet for course that will make difficult of Windows 10 user who are not always connected to the internet because they connect update. This confidence is currently different when Microsoft released their first operating system, which was not for forwarding updates will a certain period of time. Types and function of Windows 10. Um, Apart from all the advantage and separate things that exists, Windows 10 insolently proving that Microsoft is one of the most valuable companies on the world. Even at the end the 2018, Microsoft managed to beat Apple and Amazon, which have always been in the top position since 2012. In early 2019, the first announced that Windows 10 managed become the most popular PC operating system, billing Windows 7. Okay, I think that's all about my article. Thank you for your attention, guys.
Okay, this is my turn. Okay, guys, I will tell you about Timun Mas. Okay. A long time ago, living a couple of farmers, they live in village near the forest. They live happy. Unfortunately, they have no only was a child also. Every day, they pray to the God. They pray to be son, be a child. One day, a giant passes where they reside. Giant prayer is here that wife husband. Giant then provide them with seeds cucumber. Plant seed of this. Later you will soon get a female child, sighed the giant. Thank you, giant, sighed the couple. But there is no condition. At the age of 17 years old, the child must be submit with you to me. The giant replied. Without thinking long, They agree because it was a child. Husband and wife farmers to plant the seed cucumber. Every day, they start caring for the plants that grow with it as best as possible. Many months and then bear a cucumber with golden color. Fruit cucumber that the longer become large and heavier. When the fruit is ripe, they take it careful, slit the fruit. Suddenly, in the fruit is found in infants of women who are very beautiful. Couple was very happy. They gave the name of baby Timun Mas. After year passed, Timun Mas grew into a beautiful girl. Both parents are very proud of her, but they become very afraid because in the anniversary Timun Mas at 17, the giant will back and take back the promise to take Timun Mas. Farmers are trying to calm. Wait a moment, Timun Mas playing. My wife won't call her, he said. Farmer find it immediately to her daughter. My girl, take this, she said while giving a cloth bag. This will help fight the giant now, flee as soon as possible, she said. So, even Timon must immediately felt couple on the set departure Timon must, but they are not willing if their child become food. Giant waiting a long time. He was not a patient. He knew was that what was that light by couple of farmers, and he also destroyed the hoods of the farmers. Then it was to pursue Timun Mas to forest. Giant ran chase immediately. Timun Mas near the giant. Timun Mas immediately take a handful of salt from the cloth pouch. Then the salt spilled into the giant. Suddenly, a white sea also unfolded. Giant forced to swim with great difficulty. Timon must run again, but the most successful giant come closer. Timon must again taking bizarre object from a cloth bag. He took the handful chili. Chili throw it to the giant. At once, the tree, branches, and sharp thorns of the giant trap. Giant cried in the pain. Timon must while running to save herself. But the giant is really strong. He was again nearly captured Timon Mas, so Timon Mas is also a third issue of miraculous. She saw seed cucumber magic. At once grow the cucumber garden very knowledge. Giant very tired and hungry. He also ate the fresh cucumber with oneself. Because of too much eating, Giant was asleep. Timun Mas again fought. She ran for the dear life, but long run power out. More unlucky again, because Giant awake from sleep, Giant again almost catch her. Timun Mas very tired. He also threw the last two handful serum pass. Again, miracles happen. A lake of mud spilled wide. Giant fell into it. Hands almost reach Timun Mas, but the lake mud is basic to withdraw it. Giant panic. He cannot breathe. Then some breath. Timun Mas relieved she has survived, Timun Mas is also returned to home to their parents. Father and Mother Timun Mas was happy to see Timun Mas be safe. They held, "Thank you, God, you have to save my girl," said their delighted. Since the time Timun Mas can live quietly with her parents, they can be happy without living in fear again. Thank you. Uh, Next.
Okay, this is my turn. On this occasion, I want to read discussion text about drug. Uh, Death penalty for drug dealer, user, smuggler, and producer. Drug trafficking has been a major problem in our country. Slow but sure. More people from various backgrounds get involved in this demonic business. Sadly, it includes some people of power who can actually cover their track from the law. It gets even harder to cut off the devil's chains of this business. Is that penalty the answer that we have been looking for this whole time? Let's find out. Mm, that penalty puts a real end to a person who involved in drug business. This is the this is the only way if we want to take down this monstrous criminal network. Placing them in jail will only trigger them to use their their creativity to find a way to continue their business. Uh, as a matter of fact, there are dozens of reports that some drug cartels run their business from inside the jail. They will always find a way to cheat the system. This is the reason why death penalty is the only answer to this condition. Mm, Carrying out death penalty will not only put puts an end to the convicted criminal, but it can also give a cause a deterrent effect uh, on other criminal out there. Mm, it's mean that it's mean that possibility that other drug dealer, user, smuggler, or producer think twice to continue their business or even their business or good. After all, the reason of anyone who join in the drug business is always so that uh, they can live happily and have a life. So it is totally not worth if they get caught and sentenced to death at the end. On the other hand, mm, we all realize that not all people who are currently involved in drug trafficking business do that while some of them we are forced to do so. Mm, these people don't deserve the same sentence as the people who initiated this business. Decision to put the some punishment to all drug business is simply unfair. More importantly, doesn't that sentence seem like mercy for these people? They are drug producer, drug dealer, and drug smuggler who intentionally create and distribute dangerous substance, which lit- literally poison to other people and make them addicted to the drugs. They simply send a lot of people into suffering. Uh, Killing these people can totally be colored as mercy because they don't even have to suffer for a long time as their victim do. Not to mention when we actually kill them, the rest of their product may still exist out there and it can be passed on to someone who want to carry on their business. Problem about drug trafficking is very complicated. Mm, Our government is always to trying to find a way to put an end to this. That penalty can be the answer for our problem, but uh, decision uh, which involve human's life, whoever the person is or whatever he or she has done requires a long process of consideration as it affects not only the person itself but Also, other people who have connection to him or he, such as family. Okay, maybe that's all I can say about discussion text. Uh, can we close the meeting? This meeting,
Yes.
please.
Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.